What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 12th of May. It's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all of those mothers out there. We're going to take a look this morning at Aerodrome Finance. Ticker symbol for today's video will be AERO USD. This will be from Coinbase, the price data. This will be a daily chart we're looking at. We're going to talk about a couple different scenarios here as the price continues to make new daily lows. Guys, welcome to the channel, all of the new and, of course, current subscribers. Appreciate all of the support, guys. Hopefully, you're doing okay out there. Aerodrome, yes, does continue to make daily lows. We're just here to share some thoughts, some price levels, and hopefully you guys can find some use for that. If not, just some entertainment. Of course, not financial advice, guys. Let's get right into this. Aerodrome Finance / the United States dollar. All right, let's do a quick recap here. Then we'll talk about a couple scenarios that might play out. We have a support at the 85.20 level. That's right here, guys. That took place on the 30th of April. As we sold off, we made it down to that 85.20, and then we bounced very, very nice all the way up to the level at 128. That's our resistance right now. The candles, some of those did wick a little bit higher than 128, but the 128 level is what I was looking for. Give or take. I usually say that give or take because it can go a little higher. Sometimes it doesn't quite get to the level, but it's going to be very close usually. So we support at 85.20, rallied up to 128, and we've been pulling back here. So been talking about this for the past couple Aerodrome Finance videos. We're trying to find a daily. We're not trying to find. We're waiting for the price. There's nothing to find here to put in a low and hold. Well, today, once again, we have another daily lower low. Previous day, we undercut that. The previous day, we undercut that, and so on. This orange arrow right here is just pointing at today's candle because so far, that's our daily low. You know, it started way up here, and every day it's worked its way down. So one of the questions you might have is, where is this thing going to bottom? Is it going to bottom? Yep, I totally get it. I understand. Every day I look at this, I wonder the same thing. But what we can look at, or what I look at, maybe you look at it as well. If you've been watching these videos, then you probably have an idea of some of these price levels on the chart, all of these lines above and below the market. Well, we'll take a look to the left. So on the 30th of April, we had support at 85.20. A couple things could play out here, guys. We could print a higher low before we get down to the 85.20. We're close. Today's low is 91. So there's not much left. I mean, you got about, 6 cents, before you get down to 85. So, I mean, that could happen pretty quick. We're only down 4.6 today percent this morning here, or this Sunday morning, pretty early on the East Coast. So there's that chance. There's also a chance we bounce right off of the 85. So we could test 85 and bounce. We could pull down to 85 and bounce from there. I think if that takes place, the chances of an undercut of the 30th of April's low are very high. The 83,387 would be the lows of that day. So, I mean, you could do a double bottom here. You could undercut the lows from the 30th and then set off into a rally. That's possible as well. It's it's a little tough to say exactly where it will bottom there. My level, like I said, is at 85.20. I also have one at 84,494. I mean, we're not talking about much of a difference here, but it's going to be basically within this range here. So like I said, this on the 30th of April was 83. My levels are at 84 and 85. So there's that chance, guys. Since it acted as support once, of course it could act as support again. Depends on what they want to do with this. I can tell you that I do have targets well below the market that if this move is going to play out in full, we could be heading down to test those levels. So right now we have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. So far, we don't have another lower low. We have a higher low. Why? Because we didn't undercut the 30th of April's lows yet. Not yet. Once we undercut those, the trend just continues to the downside. In a perfect world, as a bullish, let's say you're bullish, you want to see this. You have your major low in, you have your lower high, you have your higher low, and then you look for the trend, the next bull leg up, a higher high. But like I said, there's a chance. I mean, the market manipulators out there will undercut the lows and then send it in a rally. How far that rally goes, we'll deal with that when the time comes. I do know what I have on the chart, and as we approach the 85.20, we have a couple percentage points to go before we get there, but it's, closer than it's been the past couple days, obviously, because we're continuing to make daily lows. We have levels down on the chart below the market. So let's say we don't find support at 85.20 or 84.494. That's this red and white line right here. Well, we do have one down there at 79.340. 79.340 is the price. It's in pink right here. It's this pink line on the chart. It's not too much lower than the prices above it, but it is a level, and it could be in play. 79.340 as support, and it could come into play along with that double bottom we talked about. So market could undercut the lows at 83, head down to 79, find support, and then take off like that. That's possible. There's also another important area that is correlated with this move down. That's at 58,756. That's right here. 58,756. That could also come into play, guys. As most people are bullish, hoping it doesn't do that. But if it does, I know a lot of people, judging by the comments, will be scooping up at big discounts, according to what they share in the comments anyways. So the 79.340, let's say we get down there, you're looking at a 14.5% move, give or take 15%. From where the current price is trading, and then down to the 58,756, you're at about a 37 or so percent move lower from where today's price is trading, which is at 92,708. So keep those in mind, guys. Hey, I'm hoping it doesn't get down there, but for all of you who want to buy at a cheaper price, I guess I'm rooting for you guys as well. 79,340, 58,756. Let's talk about, so there is this price target that is still valid. I don't know I don't know if it's going to go down there or not. I'm hoping it doesn't. That's quite the haircut. Down there at 35, this big orange arrow is just pointing at this line down here. This was a head and shoulders target that was broken to the downside on, I believe it was, the date was the 27th. We started this pretty aggressive move lower. 35 cents was based on the depth of the head and shoulders. So, I mean, that's way down there. I don't know what'll happen if we'll get down there or not. There's a lot of support before you get down there, but it could play out, over the months or so ahead. That's a 62% move lower. But we'll see how they play these games here. They might take us real close to 85.20, real close, and then start to send the market up. I remember back in 2000, it's maybe it was 17, 18. I don't think it was 19. I think it was a little bit before that. It might have even been 2016. One of those couple years there, they were bottoming the market. I don't know if it was around Christmas or Christmas Eve, or it was something like that. It was talking about the S&P futures, and they sold the market off. If my time serves me here, they undercut a low. Yeah, they sent the market down like this. They sent it up a little bit, I think, and then they took out or got real close to taking out the lows. And then basically on one of those nights where no one's paying attention to the market, they sent the market up, and that was the bottom. So there is a chance, like I said, that they could send this Aerodrome price under our most recent major low, which is like 83-ish, get a bunch of people short or bearish, and then start to send the price back up. Those people will cover and start to buy, which will actually trigger even more of a rally. So that's a couple of different scenarios, guys. We find support higher, we create a higher low somewhere within here. We don't have much more room to the downside to go before we need to do that, and then take off. We could double bottom, which would be a slight undercut, and then we take off. And then we talked about our levels. 79,340 is an important level that could be in play right now. 58,756 is also partnered up with that level, and it's very important. It could be in play as well. So if we're talking about upside stuff, let's say this morning here at, it's almost 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Let's say they bottom the market at 6 a.m. for whatever reason. Just going to use that as an example. Well, if the price starts to rocket out of here, we have resistance at 128, 136.76, 156.80, and then 186.11. I do want to mention this as well. The farther this move goes to the downside, so far every day it goes a little bit lower. The farther this move goes to the downside, the higher this move will take place in the future. Understand that, okay? So, although not so pretty right now, if this is temporary and, they're going to bottom the market at some point, assuming they bottom the market at some point, and then they're getting ready to send the price higher, the farther this move goes lower, the higher our targets will be to the upside. So if that gets you a little bit excited here in a down market, there you go. Guys, thanks for watching. If you are not yet a subscriber, go ahead and join us here on the channel. I appreciate it. A big percentage of viewers are not yet subscribed. It's about 86%, which changes slightly, but hit that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Please make your own financial decisions. We're just taking a quick look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin finding some support at the 60,205.47 level. Pretty quiet trading this Sunday morning, Mother's Day, as well as yesterday. Basically unchanged yesterday. Guys, all links down below does help support the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Any other videos you want to see, please leave them down in the comments. Do the best here at trying to cover all of those. Have a great day.